I like my women like I like my guitar with the long neck and a G string.
The world's worst thing to say to a bride on her wedding day.
That's what you're wearing?
Oh.
Doing anything next weekend?
Not with you. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay. I wasn't asking. I was just curious about your life generally.
Okay.
That's very presumptuous to think that I would go for a girl like you.
No.
It's a bit. No, Yes.
Oh, is it a same thing?
Well, I have a thing called standards, so it's fine.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You know what? I'll give him a 4 out of 10. She was a little bit quicker than him, and it took him a little long to get it out.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
So this might sound a little bit toxic, but what if we just started robbing men?
She gotta catch this straight. That's tough. She should have wore a vest. I gotta leave her on 1 HP.
Sure, you know.
And that's the problem, guys. You continue to stick your penis in this. That's the problem. That's why they can get on the camera and start talking about mediocre men when big as a planet, smoking a cigarette.
Yes, it is. Women, so and what I also tell black women, if you're going to go get you an African man from the continent, right,
you're going to have to understand that the way in which you talk to black men in America will not be tolerated over there.
Why the fuck is it tolerated?
It's not tolerated here. That's what we're trying to tell them.
Well, over here, I want to say this to us, though. Because we try to act like the way sisters treat us doesn't have a history that we are not at least partly responsible for. Let's be honest. The black woman has had to hold down the black house by herself, although imperfectly. She's had to do it by herself since the mass incarceration of black males began in the 1970s. You understand me? Most of our children are raised by a single mother right now. And it has been that way for about 50 years. So when a sister says, I don't need a man, because she couldn't find one strong enough to hold her down. Or when you meet a woman and you say, sister, I'm strong enough to be your man. You ain't got to work or you ain't got to pay the bills or whatever. Pull back. I got you. And she can't do it because all the other men before you who disappointed her. So what I'm saying is, black men, we got to be patient with our women because we created that personality. We created that. And then we want to act like we didn't play a role.
We have to be held accountable for their poor selection.
No, you have to be held accountable. No, you have to be held accountable because they have a poor selection.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying?
I'm actually passionate about this topic, so if you have the attention span of a chicken sandwich, this next segment ain't gonna be for you. Personally, I like Dr. Umar. Now, I don't agree with everything he says, but I use his memes in my videos all the time. I think he's hilarious, and I think he's smart. But in this situation, I absolutely disagree. Telling black men that they have to tolerate another man's kids and disrespect because a woman chose to sleep with an inconsistent man and got inconsistent results is crazy. NBA Youngboy is a 23-year-old rapper who talks about murdering people, and he has 11 kids by 8 different baby mothers. In his situation, you have one sexually irresponsible man, and that's NBA Youngboy. But what Dr. Umar and everybody else refuses to talk about is the 7 sexually irresponsible women that seen his situation, knew he liked to talk about murdering people, and still decided to not only sleep with him, but carry his kids to term. And this isn't me dissing NBA Youngboy, I'm just using him as an example because he's a public figure. I can point to multiple examples similar to this in my own neighborhood. And what Dr. Umar is saying is that if you were a sexually responsible man, it's your burden to take care of another man's kids and tolerate disrespect. That's crazy. I'll be a good man by starting my own family, choosing a woman that has good character, and raising my own biological kids. And I'll believe you, Dr. Umar, when you decide to settle down with a disrespectful woman that has kids by another man.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
When you almost get caught for doing shit you ain't got no business.
Sorry.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
They shake their ass.
I met a girl who's a streamer. I went up to her, I hugged her, and I my pants.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
You better go somewhere and beat your meat.
Kylie Jenner didn't always look like that. She used to look like this. A nice, normal girl. And what she's done is convinced other nice, normal girls that she made her face go from this to this via a lipstick that only she sells. Just to let you in on something, I'm wearing that lipstick right now.
You don't find that suspicious?
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're average, it's okay to be average. Most people are average, and even people who are above average have their insecurities. Don't get lost comparing yourself to people who took 1,000 pictures with the perfect lighting from the perfect angle and then edited those pictures.
Bruh, no fucking way. You bought a pillow and it's flatter than you. I'm kidding. Damn, she got a pillow and it didn't even come with the pump. Look.
Look, it's inflating.
It's getting fatter.
Like you.
She took your balls.
Got him.
Literally told her, give me the keys so we can go to Starbucks. And what did you say? She wants to take my car.
Let's go to yours.
Why?
I want to hear the
That's risk. That's risk.
Game is game.
So does a woman's past matter? Okay, well, let's say a woman had a lot of sexual partners. Does that indicate any sort of, I don't know, does that have any impact on her pair bonding ability?
Yes.
Well, we know that it does. Okay, so if you marry a hoe, because let's just go right to the core here. That's the question of this topic.
That is the question, yeah.
So if you do that, are your chances of divorce higher? Well, she's got lower pair bonding. She's got lower impulse control. She's not a strategic thinker because she knows impulsively and intuitively that she's reducing her value. So when I coach a young guy that we hire into our company, we don't just look at their job. We look at their life plan. And we want to be, I have two more stats real quick. We want to be strategic and we want to optimize for success and mitigate for risk.
Right.
Are you mitigating for risk if you're not looking at a woman's past? You're creating yourself an opportunity for failure.
It's facts. It's facts. It's not facts. It's not facts.
And how women are anti-pornography because of the exploitation and abuse, yet men are anti-pornography because their dick stops working.
This is fucking stupid for the very simple reason that porn is an addiction. You have to understand that porn is like crack, except the crack is free, the crack is ready when you are, and you first got exposed to crack when you're 11. It's not really surprising. Some places say it's early as 9. So this statement is sort of insane because it's like telling a crackhead, you're not the victim of crack. The real victims are the farmers in Colombia and Afghanistan who are getting exploited to grow opium. I just find it interesting how farmers are opposed to drugs because of the exploitation, yet crackheads are opposed to it because they lose their teeth. You're the consumer, you know. Like, so when trying to find any reason to dog on men, you kind of forgot that porn is an actual addiction.
You gotta stop eating meat, man. Like, for real. Like, please stop, man.
It's funny because porn addiction seems to be the only time it's okay to victim blame, probably because it's mostly men getting exploited by mostly women. It's a whole industry that exploits weak men that don't have access to a certain caliber of women so that those women can be like the men they want to have access to. At this point, it seems to be used as a mechanism for control. When you have 30% of the men not getting any, you need them to be addicted to this stuff so they don't burn down the village. So maybe it's just considered a necessary evil so we don't plummet into chaos at this point. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or a L and give me the HBO special. That's a Help a Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.